know you do. I know you do, so that's what I do. I give you that kind of love that makes you come back. I'm your pusher, baby. I'm your pusher.
Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. Cause I was once in your place. You should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may save your life in the world right now. Much is right. Little black boy, you're gonna see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in the chain. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. I am your host, John Hansboro. It is May 25th, 2022. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day thus far. We have a special guest on the show today. We're just going to get right into it. We have a poet and actress. She wears so many different hats. We have Jasmine the Problem is on here today. Jasmine the Problem. How you doing, Jasmine?
I'm good. How are you?
I cannot complain. I can't complain. I'm so glad I got you on the show. Man, I don't even know where to start. First, I just met Jasmine maybe, what's it been, about a month, I guess now. We've been all working together, a month and a half. I'm in a play. Well, we're all in a play together. And it's a poetical experience. That's the first time I got that shit right. Damn. It's a poetical experience. And it's amazing, man. It's a bunch of poets and actors and actresses together, written by Thomas Redmond. Shout out to Ineski and her better half, Victor, CEO.
It's the fact that she got like 13 different names.
Right. I was about to say, what should I call it? I love it though. I love our Zoom meetings. I love our rehearsals. You know, this came to me at the right time, I feel like. To give me confirmation and to let me know what I'm doing and if I'm on the right path or not. And I believe I am. Once you're around good-hearted people who are, and that's the one thing I love about all y'all. Everybody's serious about their craft. Nobody's playing no games or nothing. So, Jasmine, tell us a little bit about yourself though, before we get started.
So my name is Jasmine the Problem. This is basically a new era for me. So this is pretty much like an uncensored era. Like everyone really knows me to like be an advocate, but it's like now I'm touching on basically any topic I feel needs to be spoken on about, and a lot of times when you're someone who advocates or speaks out, people may interpret it as a problem. You know what I'm saying? So myself as a professional problem causer.
I did not know that's so that's how Jasmine, that's why the problem came in?
Yeah.
I like it. I did not know that. I did not know that.
So basically, I've been doing poetry since my dad died in 2009.
Sorry to hear.
It's okay. Thank you though. Ever since my first I did one poem. It was like back in like August of 2009. It pops up every now and then. And like, it was just like, you could just tell, like, it was just from like such a hurt space. And it's like, that's raw emotion. And like over the years, like every May 25th, I always do another poem. Like this year I didn't do another poem. I just reflected. I reflected today. But it also helped basically influence me writing my book, Tell the Lost Soul and Redemption.
Yes.
This book is basically all about how once he died, I just got into like a dark spot. As you can see, like darkness around it. And my family couldn't really reach me. No one could really reach me for that matter. It's just like I just isolated. I just like had to figure out how to give myself hope and love. So that's whole redemption came in, and it's just a series of poems of things that happened during that time, you know, because a lot happens during that time, you know. From the ages, I didn't really get over my father's death until like 18, so from the ages of 9 to 18, those are very, very, very fundamental years, especially for the brain, especially for a young woman. You know, you develop, and it's so much happened, and it's just like I really had to. Not, I didn't have to figure it out on my own, but I definitely had to, you
Well, now,
know.
what's the name? What's the name of the book again?
Tales of the Lost Soul and Redemption.
Tales of the Lost Soul and Redemption. How can we get that?
So I have to order more, but they will be available at the play. And I'm gonna put them back on my website.
Okay,
So if you come out to the play June 6th, I'm not even saying if, when you come to the play
that's
June
right.
PM
Right.
at the Library Center, you can grab your copy. I'm telling you, it's good for the kids. If you got a young girl, I'm telling you, should definitely love
Mhm.
like read a few things out of this, and it's really
Oh,
dope.
I'm definitely gonna get one for my oldest. I didn't know that. I'm definitely gonna get one. Matter of fact, you bring it, you know what I mean, to rehearsal or the next rehearsal. My oldest daughter would love that. She's 13, so I think she would like that. She likes to read and stuff like that.
Oh,
Is poetry therapy for you? I say this all the time. It's therapy for me. You know, poetry helps me get through all types of shit. What does it do for you? Is it therapeutic for you?
um, So at that time, it was therapeutic, but now I feel it's more so an outlet. Like it helps liberate me,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I don't have to like when I'm going through something. It's like you'll like a lot of people see me freestyle. Like if I'm like sad or depressed, whatever emotion I'm in, I'll just start freestyling. And I'm not freestyling because like yes, it is therapy for me, but I need to let what I'm feeling out because I'm one of them people that like I'll black out if I get too angry or too upset. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I gotta sit up. I need an outlet. I don't like venting to people because venting don't like you're gonna pay for my pain. I'd rather put my pain and make profit into it. So I'm gonna spit these lyrics and boom. That's just how that goes.
That makes a lot of sense right there, definitely. So you start. So what about do you on your you do stage plays too? This isn't your first stage play that we do on June 16th, right?
I was supposed to do a play, but things happen.
I would have thought that you had so many. See, I didn't know this. I would have thought that you had so many under your belt because of the way that your professionalism when I first met you of how you just jumped in and helped and you know what I mean,
So
get got us all on the right.
I am a member of Panic 2000. It's a performance arts organization located on the campus of Virginia State University in Petersburg, VA. So basically, we take in every last aspect of performance arts. Like if you do stage hands, if you make clothes, if you do sound, if you act, sing, dance, do poetry, whatever you do that can basically advance a performance, we'll like take you in. So basically that's where all this like actual background comes from, because of course we had to put on performances before, we had to put our heads together, see how can we convey what we're thinking to the audience. So that's as far as I actually ever like been, as far as like me being whole acting and full on in a play. This would actually be my first time committing to it and going through with it.
Wow, I didn't know that. This is going to be so fun. I can't wait. Um,
I'm definitely excited. It's
yeah,
definitely something that I've like kind of like. I was like, no, I don't need to be an actress. It's okay, but it's fun.
yeah, it definitely is. I like to be. I haven't been on stage probably in a few years, but it is a release. There's something about it. Um, the last person I just had on the show, we were talking about it. Shout out to Derek King Johnson. The adrenaline before and after is like a
Mhm.
high that you just. It's almost like you just want to chase it all the time. You know what I mean? Same with when I'm doing my poetry. Sometimes if I'm at an open mic, especially depending on the
Mhm.
vibrations of the crowd and how everybody is going,
Mhm.
like it'll just give me such an adrenaline high that it's something that you just want to chase constantly all the time. So let's get into some poetry. Now, you do freestyle poetry too. There's like you and a couple others that I know of that do freestyle poetry. Um, I'm not the only time I did that was when we was at that rehearsal that time, and you was like, "Come on, y'all, let's do this," and I did, and I
It
was
was
like,
actually
"Damn,
supposed to be a thing that we do at every practice, but we got away from it.
Right, right. And so with that being said, that's your way of getting your outlet out, like you just letting anything come out, you know what I mean? How do you make it all come together though? Like is there a method to making it rhyme or like sound right together, you know what I mean?
Honestly, I have no clue. I'm gonna be real. Like I said, the only reason why I know I can do it is because in
Mhm.
Panic, they make you front and they be like, all right, spit something. Like they'll
Right.
play a tune and they'll be
Mhm.
like, somebody will start singing and it's like you gotta sit up there and make a poem to what they singing. And I really don't know how it all flows together. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Jordan. I'm gonna be real. Some people who do it, I don't know how we do it. I don't know how it makes sense when we do it. And a lot of times I don't even know what I want to freestyle about. I'll be like, well, we're gonna wait till something comes to my head, or I'll like ask people to give me like topics or things to freestyle about, and I'll go from there. But honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, John. I don't know how I got good at it.
Right, right. You're definitely good at it. So look, I know the people want to hear some poetry. So whenever you want to spit, whatever you want to say, on my show is no holds barred language and all of that. I don't have an issue with it. It's all art, as far as I'm concerned. We've heard all types of words before, so it's nothing new. All right. So whenever you're ready, Jasmine, whatever you want to say, go right
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think I may actually go to the book for this.
That's
I
fine.
don't think
That's
I
not
can
a problem.
freestyle today, yo. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't got it in me.
You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
freestyle. Definitely. Y'all look out for that book. What's the name of it again? One more time.
Tales of the Lost Soul and Redemption.
Tales of the
Also,
Lost.
my mom is definitely in this book, y'all. I put my dedication to my mom because let me tell y'all something. She pushed for this book. She's actually listening right now, Miss Kelly Williams,
Hello,
and
Miss
she
Williams. How
pushed
you
for this.
doing? Your daughter's awesome. You know that
She
though.
pushed for this book. Like when I tell y'all, like my mom found out I can do poetry because it wasn't a secret, but I wasn't telling everyone, and
Hmm.
she was like, "Yeah, you need to make a book like right now," and I'm just like, "I'm not ready. I'm not ready." As y'all can see, I haven't dropped the second book yet.
But that's awesome that she pushes you like that though. You know, I really
Definitely.
believe that I was just saying this last week. The last person I had on the show, his mom, I met his mom a couple times, and she pushes him. You know, she's like his biggest supporter. It reminded me of the documentary that I was looking at with Kanye West last month. That's what it reminded me
Mm-hmm.
of. Because his mother is always there. She's always pushing him. And honestly, it makes him feel like he could just go out and do anything. Like that confidence that it gives you is amazing that I see. So I shout out to the moms for that, definitely.
Shout out to the moms. Look, Mother's Day is every day.
That's right.
So I'm gonna do this one entitled Baltimore Hood Rat. I really haven't performed this too many places. All right.
What's it called again?
Baltimore Hood Rat.
Oh shit. Okay.
So the background of this before I actually get into it. Background into this, freshman year, I was in college. Mind you, like I said, I went to Petersburg, Virginia, and I'm mumping, bird fluing all over the place, dreams and nightmares come on, I'm cutting up, da 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 da. And like, where's she from? Oh, that's Baltimore, da 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 da. But it's like I was so, Baltimore has like a club music background, so we lit all the time. So
Right.
it's like they didn't really understand that too much, and it was like, oh, she ghetto, or she just a hood rat, da 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 da. And it's like y'all ain't no better than me.
Right.
So that's the muse behind this. So it goes. Hood rat. They called me. Raised in the land, I know pleasure and pain. Heart breaks when I return. Some boys play with balls. Lost boys play with crack balls. Don't know
Mm.
how to multiply and divide. Mother has no control selling day and night. Balls ain't drop. Mind isn't developed. But I bet he'll total revolver before he even grows up. If he makes it. Some days come with hope. Babyana is different. Feet tips and taps all day long without a doubt. She's chasing her dreams and not the money route. I love my city, but these streets ain't never loved me. At times, I only reflect on what has left tears on my face. The music is a safe place. Like Tom said, we gonna be okay. But yesterday, baby Taylor got shot by a bullet that went astray. Don't ask me why I'm dancing my pain away. Because you don't know what I went through yesterday. From the outside looking in, all they see is a Baltimore hood rat. From the inside looking out, I look like I'm about to make it out. No, the bag isn't secured. but I'll be damn sure if I ain't got my foot in the door. The door that others slammed in my face from a place of blue crabs. We are the crabs. Moved out, but you can't take the city out of me. I worry less because I don't have to stress. I've been given a seat at a table full of silver. I've been given a seat at a table full of silver spoons. When I eat, I want to take my family, my siblings, my mother, who are constantly being pressured and tried, but I don't want them to live my life. The streets has taken too many of my family away. Murder, drugs, mass incarceration. I wish I could go back to Linwood, but now I stay on Glenwood, where the crime is still persistent. The other night I closed the door, shots rang, bullet laying there. I shouldn't be standing here. A life in fear is no life to live. Neither is a life with no control. I won't be a slave in my own city, living shitty. So no, I won't be somebody's baby mama, nor will I be down Norma jeans, or will I scam sugar daddies. And I damn sure won't pick up a pack. Call me ghetto, but don't forget determined. I prophesize better days, a strong family who will endure the struggles I faced. Hopefully never had their father taken away. I will never forget Baltimore or act brand new. I'm from B-more, and I know I'm a B-more. How about you?
I love it. I love it. I'm from B-more, and I know I'm a B-more. Shit. I love it. I love it. When did you write that?
Did I put dates in here? I don't even think I put dates in here. It's probably no dates in the book now that I actually think about it. I don't think I did anything in the book. I
And
literally
you
just put the words in here.
and you started writing when you were real young, when you were 9?
It's like a couple months. Yeah, I just turned 9 because it only pops up from like August of 2009. So like for some reason, because like my father's, so my birthday is August 4th. His birthday is August 29th. So on that birthday, I happened to just write this poem.
Gotcha.
It was just
Gotcha.
like it was such a new feeling,
Right,
And
right.
I actually talked about that too. I was like, it's a difference between having your father die to like natural causes. Even if you're talking like grandfather, anything, natural causes is something different. But when it's like they're taken away from like gun violence and murder, it's like, well, damn,
Right.
did you care about his kids? Because the youngest, she was only like 1.5, like my youngest sister Kayla when it happened. And
Mhm.
it's like she's constantly asking, "Oh, what do y'all know about daddy? Da da da. I miss him." And I feel like I've heard that she's been taunted about not having a father, and it's like, don't do that. It's definitely deep.
Yeah, that's not cool. I'm definitely keep y'all in prayer. That's rough. It really is. Far as poetry though, who influences you? Like, who was your favorite poetry thing? Do you have any?
Okay, my favorite poet. Okay, I'm gonna start with Maya Angelou for sure. I'm also gonna name Latoria Faison. She was one of my teachers at Virginia State. She's really dope. I'm gonna name Kwandani Fidel from Baltimore. Dayana Lee, she's also a graduate of Virginia State University. I'm also gonna name so many. Okay, this is a good one. Taz. Taz is definitely an influence. She encourages me to be wild in my poetry. Um Kira J, and I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna wrap it up with Kira J.
Now, to be clear, Taz just talking about Anna Aneski, right?
Yes,
Okay. Because like I
Thomasina
said,
Redmond.
yeah, she got so many
Aneski.
names. Thomasina Redmond. You know what though? And I know her and Vic probably watching, but I feel you on that. It's she man, she got something about her that it makes you want to get into it and have fun with it. To me, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? But the atmosphere that's created with her, and when all y'all around, it's open, it's free, it's fun. You know what I mean? I
I
love
like to
it.
think of myself as the daughter they never had. I just be like, like I'm here. I'm in the family. They just don't know it.
But you're right. She is very powerful with her words. Her and Vic both. I love her poetry.
I could read somebody to shreds.
Huh?
Vic would read somebody to shreds. I was like, dang,
Yeah,
Vic.
yeah.
Dang,
Vic
mean
is
it.
the shit. Vic is off the hook with it. I love that. You know what I like? That one he do, I'm Still Alive. Um, but Maya Angelou, you know, do you have you ever heard of, well, I'm sure you heard of her, but you like Nikki Giovanni? Have you heard any of her work?
Nikki. Nikki. I have heard of Nikki. My only issue when it comes to Nikki Giovanni is so me and a couple of my so one of my org sisters, Maya, Miss Latoria Faison, and two other girls from my school, we went to the Furious Flower poetry event. And Nikki Giovanni, she was a hostess. So, you know, my sister, we both catch up to her. We're like, oh my God, it's Nikki Giovanni. We're like, we're upcoming poets. Like, can we spit for you? Or do you have any, like, advice for us? She was like, just read.
Really? I mean,
I'm not taking from her work. You're a great
right,
artist. I
right.
understand why you said it. I just feel like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I
I
didn't
feel
like
you.
it.
I feel you. Sometimes people like that. You follow them and you like admire their work, and then sometimes when you meet them, you like, oh, I didn't know that you were a dick. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
could.
know I did. You know what I
I just
mean?
ran over here in heels. I could have
Right,
walked.
right, exactly. The one thing about her that I never followed her or anything, but I did see she was giving a speech at a college and she was talking about being yourself in your writing, and you know, when you're writing your poetry, to be confident in who you are and stuff like that. And at that time I was dealing with stuff where I didn't want to really put my all into my poetry because I was going to a church at the time, and I didn't want it to conflict, you know. But I saw what she was talking about. I saw this little like documentary, whatever she was talking about, and it inspired me to really just speak from the heart even more, no matter what, and just deal with what comes with it. You know what I mean?
I definitely agree.
Yeah, I strongly believe that we have a word for everybody. You know, I got some poems where I get on some spiritual things, and then I have some poems where I talk about the stuff that's going on right around us every day that we see and that we deal with.
It's good to
So
definitely be well rounded in poetry. I definitely agree.
yeah, absolutely. So whenever you're ready, you want to spit something else, you definitely can.
Um, 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 um. I don't like twin foot. A couple people really like that. Um, okay, I'll do this. I like to call it my debut poem. You know, like every poet has like that one go-to poem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one is called Lost Soul. And you said that like I can say cuss words on here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you good.
Okay. I count cracks as I walk, hopes to find a rose. I stare at concrete. Could you find me? Would you have seen me if I never unveiled myself? We get camouflage pieced together like puzzles, can't even hold it together, we crumble. I slip through the fingers of my village. You can't lift me up. I be sinking. I will only be memorable as wreckage. Titanic, my problems they weigh. Sometimes I feel like a lost cause. You may have scars, but I have open wounds. We bleed different. I find healing in sex. Another nut will heal my cuts. Cry down bottles. The rock girl, my motto. Then blunts for the nights when no one's there. My bed be cold. The air be colder. I got a comfortable feeling. Empty, alone. I can't dream. Afraid of the demons that visit me. Taunt me with my hopes and ambitions. Dangle them in front of me like hunter to prey. I chase. I'm captured. Bear hugged in lies, squeeze faith out of me till my soul leaves this flesh. Dreams get shot down like falling stars. Now they play with rocket launchers. No bodies, but this graveyard holds morals. I smash. Grim Reaper, when you see me, know that death is coming. The first heartbreak be the first field that be broken. Call me Lucy. I'm living hell. A savior? No thanks, I'll pass. I feel filthy. Temporary highs filled me. I just want to be whole again. I lock myself in closets, trapped in my brain. My failures, whispers, and venomous tongues. Lost souls born with empty bodies. Lost at sea in Neverland. But everyone needs a Wendy to rescue them. And just as my head drops to count the cracks, I graze my wounds. They heal. They heal. This doesn't last forever. Souls do come back, sometimes whole, sometimes patched. And even when I don't confess, he hears me. I feel love again. I have purpose. I get forgiveness. Lost souls get found again.
I love it, Jasmine. I love it. I love it. I like the way I like the style and the way that you do your poetry. It seems to me, it seems like it's like effortless for you. It's like it's almost like you having a conversation. Seriously, it's almost like you having a conversation. How often do you do poetry? Like, do you write every day or recite every day?
I really don't have a timeline for it. It
What
just
would you say
happens.
out of a 7-day week? How many days you think that you
I
would
probably don't
eat?
write every week, to be honest. I
And
write, I want to say at least a month, I'll at least write one poem, at least. But that's why I said it's kind of weird because like my freestyles, half the time my freestyles don't get recorded. I'll be having some bomb freestyles when I'm
I
going through
know,
some stuff.
I know.
Like, and it's like half of those don't get recorded, so I don't even really count those. And it's like for me to like to sit down and write, it's like at least I'll write at least one or start one or like revisit one at least once a month. Now, being so we've been so busy and Geo took me over into his series that's coming up. I have not had time to pick up a pen and write anything.
Right.
For the past month, and so it's probably going on 2 months. I have not done anything new. I have not done a freestyle. Except for I did a freestyle at Margot's Poetry Sanctuary, but yeah, no. Jasmine has been busy.
Yeah, shout out to Marco, Gio, the whole cast over there. Where I be working with Ashley, Mozart, Vic, Anesti, Shanice, my sister Shanice.
I love Shanice. Let me tell y'all something. I should have found Shanice a whole lot sooner. And it's so crazy because me and Shanice's niece, we went to school together. And that's like really so crazy. Like her niece, she sent me Shanice Vibes and Verses so long ago. And it's like literally I barely have time to do performances these days because like I just got like so much going on with like me as a person, not even me as an artist. So it's like she was like, you should go to my own thing, Vibes and Verses at a time. I was like, I'm trying to make it. Like I get invitations to go to a lot of places, but I can't always go.
Right.
Because of how busy I am. But that's pretty much like I would have been met Shanice, but I'm like, I'm so glad I met her because like being Shanice, like Shanice just gets me. She's like my spirit animal. Like I'm just like, yes,
she awesome.
it.
She's awesome. I met Shanice at a event that somebody was giving in their backyard. Like they had performers there and everything, and it was really nice. I enjoyed myself. I met her and we exchanged books as I had just published my book. And then we just stayed in touch after that. She's the one that told me about this play that we're doing. You know what I mean? She hit me up and was like, "Would you like to be in a poetical play?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" You know what I mean?
Like, everybody was like, "What the heck is that? What the heck is a poetical play?" Like I honestly like the girl I mentioned, Dayana Lee. This was my first time hearing about a poetical play because like she incorporated like poems into her play, but it was just like a regular play. But every now and then, every scene she wrote a poem and stuff. So like, what you like when Shamiz said poetical play? Did you have anything going through your mind?
No, I didn't. I didn't even think of like a format or how it was going to be. I kind of like was in like an open mic mode or whatever. Anytime somebody says something about poetry and asks me, do I want to be a part? A lot of times I'm gonna say yeah because I'm trying to build my brain anyway. You know what I mean? You have to be in front of people. But I knew I knew it was something, knowing that it was Shanice that was telling me this. I knew it was something that would be worth it though. I knew that off the jump. You know what I mean? Because I know how
I was
she
trying
is,
to
and
figure out.
she's
Like I
very
was like,
serious about what she does.
is all the monologue going to be like us doing poetry? I was curious about that.
Hmm.
I
I
was like,
can't
I
wait. I
don't
think
really
people are
know.
gonna. I think people are gonna really. I love the title, not just the title. I am woke, but
Mm-hmm.
the subtitle of poetical experience, because I really think that this is going to really be something that hits people in a certain way. Now, everybody's going to be affected differently because of, we all
We
got
were
different
talking
things going
about.
on in our life and in our past and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is when I sit back and I'm looking at it sometimes when we going over, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this is crazy. I really can't wait. So y'all, June 16th, y'all need to really
Tune in.
put
We
that
get to see
date in. Y'all
Jasmine
put that
a
date in.
problem in action. I'm causing all kinds of problems. And if
Follow,
anybody wants
follow
smoke,
four authors, follow Jasmine the Poet, follow all of us so you can see what's going on with this play. I Am Woke. It's going to be an experience like no other. It really is.
your
Um,
movie. Shoot, I
yeah,
want to know if
definitely.
we really going to go on tour. Shoot,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
see
give
why
me
not.
some. I'm gonna give me some shirts that say the problem, cause it's a movement for real, for real. It's a movement. Like people don't even know. Like they think women are problematic. No, I'm gonna bring you a real problematic, the real table shakers. Like Taz is a table shaker. Like
Mhm.
I call us table shakers, because like we gonna speak on some things. Like y'all don't even understand how powerful women really are. Like women really are powerful because even though men tend to think that we're just emotional beings that just cry and yell about everything that goes wrong, that's actually wrong. We're very passionate. It's passion. It's different. It's passion. We're very passionate beings, so that way we can actually address situations and address them in a full context and tackle them and be able to tear down these stigmas in the world. Because I know I'm an emotional gangster, but I'm also an intelligent woman. And if I cry while I'm yelling, it's because this is very, very passionate to me.
I hear you. I hear you. You definitely passionate. You are. I see that in you. Like I said, when we at rehearsals, you come around you brighten up the room. Everybody gets happy. You get silly. We all just, you know what I mean? We
Whenever
just cut
I'm
up.
not hangry,
Uh-huh.
whenever I'm not hangry, I'm like this.
Right. But really, I love it though. The energy around you guys is amazing, man. It really is. Um,
It's
so
funny
when
how we just
so
all gravitated together.
it is funny, right? It is funny. So what are you thinking about for your next book? Because you got to put something else out. What else are you thinking about writing? Is it just poems for you, or do you like short stories and things like that too?
Honestly, I've been looking at like a couple of different um different poetry books and everything. I'm definitely thinking this next book is probably gonna be a lot thicker. I'm aiming for no more than 100 pages, like from that's cover to cover, no more than 100 pages, because I know I want to do short stories because, like I said, yeah, you can read the poem, but many don't understand. Like they can understand what I'm trying to grasp, but they don't. I need them. I would like for them to know the whole picture, so like some of the like more political poems or even poems that just mean more to me than like other ones, like I probably will put like a short description on like what this actually is and like what it actually speaks about. Because some people they don't actually understand poetry, but they still like it,
Mhm,
if that makes sense.
mhm,
Like,
mhm.
another poet can easily go through this and be like, oh yeah, you talking about this, that, and the third. And someone else that's on the outside was like, well, this is just a great piece of work. And I definitely want to expand on that. I also want to put some pictures in that, you know. So far what I'm thinking about for the next book, um, I'm trying to decide if I want to like take it from a like both gender perspective, or if I want to talk about like, basically just being like, I don't know, like this new adult life that I'm in. Because my
Mhm.
next book probably will not. I'll probably start typing it sometime in 2023, drop sometime during then. But I'm about to say I'm not in a rush to really drop another book, if that makes sense. Like I don't know, like I don't know what it is. It's like, yeah, I'll still perform these new poems and everything, but it's like this, like I told you, this book has poems all the way from like 2014 in it, and it dropped in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So it took 6 years
Right.
for
I
this
hear you.
little 50-page book,
Mhm.
25. And it's not that like I don't have, it's just that I want it to flow together and I want it to be perfectly harmonized. And I want it to convey a certain message. I hate rushing it also. I don't want to rush it. Like I know some of my friends, they just be like book, 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 book. And it's like, it's not saying that the work is not great, but it's like also you come back to poems, you edit poems.
Right.
And it's like, even when I'm reading my book now, it's like, it's some poems that now I'll be able to add more, but I also understand leaving a poem alone. It's some poems I left how they are because, like I said, I wanted to show the growth. I wanted to show the transition from 2014 up until 2020. I'm not the same person I was when I first dropped this book versus when I first wrote some of them poems. I'm not the same person, but at the same time, I want to show that mindset. That's why I spoke on the first poem I wrote because
Yeah, you good. I can hear you.
so it has so many different like grammatical errors. It
That's
just has.
interesting though. I like that. I like that that concept because it does show growth. It shows how you went on levels. What so all right, I'm 47 years old. I'm not gonna ask you your age. I know that's not what you're supposed to ask. Hey Shamiz, love you, sis. Um, but your generation, Jasmine, y'all got so much to say. Like I feel like y'all really got so much to say. And the one thing that I love about it is y'all not afraid to say it. You know what I mean?
At all.
You're not afraid. I sleep. Mm. I
I was
sleep with
actually thinking about putting a recorder in the shower because that's really where I be spitting some fire at.
shout out
Yo,
to Lily Redifine. She said, I
redefine.
sleep with a pen and pad next to my bed because thoughts hit you at any time, especially in the shower. Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
telling
I
you,
feel
I really want to get a recorder in the shower, like just a real recorder, not a actual camera recorder. I may end up on Instagram somewhere, but like that's I'm telling you, the shower. A lot of people talk about it. You know how showers, how for one, heat can make like warm water can like make you elevate your mood. Even cold water can like change your
Mhm,
mood. If you're like really upset, it can bring you down. But when I get in that shower, sometimes I
mhm.
just be like pop, 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 pop. I'll be going, oh,
Right.
I'm just like, I'm like, maybe I need to record this. So once I get out, I've been in there for about 20, 30 minutes. I'm like, what did I say?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of stuff comes to me in the shower too. I think it's crazy. I really do. It's always either in the shower. And like the person just said, I keep a book by my bed too because I'll wake up or I'll have a dream or something, and
Mm-hmm.
I just write everything down now because I hate to forget shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
One day I thought of a whole damn like verse in the shower and got out and forgot everything that I was. I
Taz has
wanted
a
to
really
write it
funny
down and
story.
everything.
Taz wrote one of her poems on a backwood paper, right?
Wow.
And she was cleaning up, just throwing stuff away. Pop, 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 pop. She went to go think about it after the fact. Had to tear up the whole trash can, still ain't found it. That verse is forever missing.
Damn.
Forever missing.
So how long do you think poetry? How long do you think that you'll? Is this something that you think that you would continue to do for the rest of your life? Is writing? Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, if I can actually get my life in order, I want to retire by like 40, 50 at the latest. And like, I wouldn't mind just doing like, at some point in like now, like in my 20s, I want to do an HBCU tour.
Mm.
Probably, I'm thinking next year, most likely. Doing like homecoming season next year. Because this homecoming season, I know I'm about to get drunk off my rosters. But next homecoming season, I want to go to different schools and I want to have like host open mics. And I want to like not even just promote me, but also see work in town like all over the continent. No, not the continent. I ain't going that far. The country. Lord Jesus, I just say continent like I'm about to be in Africa spitting verses. But that's definitely something I want to do. And like, because I know for a fact I'm not trying to work hard. Like for one, the field I want to go into is forensic psychology, and I want to deal with like serial killers and like very dangerous criminals. I do not plan on doing that for the rest of my life, and I know for a fact I'm going to write because I'm going to need something to help me escape from their minds, because I'm literally going to be living in their minds as like as a career. So I'm definitely still going to write. I even want to like print out a book about them. Shoot, I may even get me some serial killers to write a poem and to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I may be able to do that.
That
Give
would
me a
that
little
would be that would be interesting. I ain't gonna lie.
Bodies by Charles Manson.
That definitely would be interesting. We got a caller. Hello, anybody there? Hello, anybody there? So yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. So when you went to college, is that where you first really fell in love with poetry and like developed your skill, or is that because
Actually, when I got to college, I was already doing it. What actually really finally put the icing on the cake and was like, Jasmine, you need to start doing this is my counselor in school, Miss Erica Watsky. I love her to death. Um, she knew what I was going through and how I was struggling, and I basically like she was the reason I graduated because I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to hurry up and get in school. I need to spread my wings. And she told me about this. It was a scholarship competition, a poetry scholarship competition, and then we also had a school's newsletter. And she had seen some of my work because mind you, I'm finishing my work, got whole half periods. I'm sitting in this lady's room. I'm writing. I was writing so much during high school, and she seen it and she was like, Jasmine, this is really good. I'm like, She's like, this is really good. Like, I think the first poem I ever like did in school, because I did one before in like middle school. It was like, I'm the girl who can't cry no more. I'm the broken glass on the floor. I'm the bird who can't fly no more. And it was just basically about how hurt I was. Like, I can't remember any more than those three lines, but it was like basically how hurt I was, and I felt like helpless and loveless. Like I just felt it was just so much going on in those years. And I can't really explain like now what all happened back then, but it's like she seen this and she was like, okay, you need to hop on it and take advantage of it. So by the time I actually got to college, my mom once again she was like, Jess, may have a talent show, you better go out there and perform. I was like, nah. I was like, no. So I actually did the talent show there. I didn't do that good because like I said, I wasn't performing that much. But
right?
as I went through in college, I got really good at performing.
Awesome. Shout out to Mom for supporting you. Really. Jasmine, what would you say to that young lady that is living in our city of Baltimore? And she's a writer. She loves art and things of that nature, but her surroundings doesn't look like she can get out and obtain her dreams that she would like to. You know what I mean? What would you say to that young lady? What would you say to her to help her to get through what she's
Um,
dealing with?
First thing I want to say is for anyone who may feel like their society, like they're trapped where they are, you're not. I'm also a part of a nonprofit called Let's Start Baltimore. We help you resource and help you to get what to attain your goals. She also does PRP under my care. She helps people actually get the resources they need to do what they want to do. If you want to be a business, if you want to go to college, if you want to relocate, Miss Lisa Malak, she will work with you. And I see that in the youth that we have. We work with troubled youth who have like lost friends to gun violence, who are like, struggling in Baltimore City. So it's like I don't want anyone to feel helpless. I know that when you look around and you see what's going on, you may feel hopeless. I get it. I've been there, I've seen it. And it's like people around you ain't equating to nothing. And you feel like I ain't got no role models. I felt like growing up I didn't have a role model, but it's like you have to be the role model that you wanted to see, and you have to continue to apply that pressure. You need to sort of then take hold of the resources. College is not unreachable. I want everyone to know that. I mean, yeah, you may not be able to go out of state, because I went out of state and I had trouble with actually staying in school because money things and like getting validated. But like I just didn't want to stay in Baltimore, but just find the right communities and they will help you. Like if I would have known Let's Start Baltimore back when I first got in school, I probably would have never had no issues with validation, thinking I'm about to get put out of school, none of that. Because they will really help you and they will really come together. But I want everyone to really understand and know that you need to connect with the resources in your community, because it's really people that's out here pushing to get not only youth but even adults to a better living situation and better life. And just understand that like you are your biggest roadblock, and when you can get around that, you can be whatever.
I love it, Jasmine. I love it. You're a very intelligent young lady. Tell everybody how we can follow you and keep up with you.
So I am on Instagram at Jasmine the Problem. Also, Jasmine the Poet is JAZMIN the Problem or the Poet. Either way, I'll pop up. It's a little girl in that picture. That is me. But yeah, that's on Instagram. And for my people who like to cause ruckuses, I'm on Twitter also at Snoopy SN0OPY_Shakur. That's Twitter. If you like to get into some things. This ain't for the holy sanctified. Don't come on my Twitter if you holy and sanctified. I love Jesus too, but don't come to Twitter. Go to Instagram.
Jasmine, I love you. You're so funny. I'm a dog lover too. What is your dog's name before we go?
Look, she been trying to. She has been trying to come up in here. Oh, come on, mama. This is my baby, Mystique. Mystique, say hi to Dawn.
What's up? Is that a lab?
She's actually a German Shepherd mixed with a Beagle. But she does look like a little black lab.
Wow. How old is she?
She's 3, my little baby. Look, she been sniffing around like, can I get some attention too? She loves y'all. I'm telling y'all.
So beautiful. Guys, check us out June 16th. You do not want to miss this poetical experience. I Am Woke. Go to Eventbrite. Go to Jasmine the Problem and scroll down and get tickets from her. Go down to my name as well. Get tickets from all of us. Get a ticket from everybody you see on there. And I Am Woke. All right. Support this. This is something that's needed. And I guarantee you're going to feel some type of way. And you're gonna feel different than you did when you went in coming out. All right. Jasmine, thank you so much for coming on, sis. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you for having me and doing this for us. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Look at her. Look at her. Absolutely. It was a pleasure. Tell your mom hello. Shout out to her for pushing you and inspiring you. And it's nowhere for you to go but up, sis. Just keep doing what you're doing. I love your energy and your attitude. You're always like real bubbly and just happy to be around. You really are. You know what I mean? So I thank you and I appreciate you. I will see you next time. Guys, make sure you tune into the next show coming up. My boy, brother Chad, with his show is coming up next. You want to stay tuned for that. And like I say all the time, if you want to be blessed, you have to bless somebody else. That's the only way it's going to work. Jasmine, I see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm trying my best to be there.
All right, sis. Be safe out here now. Here.
See ya. Love you.
All right. Love you too, sis.
I know you do. I know you do, because that's what I do. I give you that kind of love that makes you come back. I'm your pusher, baby. You're a pusher.
Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. I was once in your place, you should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may save your life in the world right now. Much is right. Little black boy, you're gonna see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in the chain.